get started here with Willie Mack III at the Farmers Insurance Open. Willie is playing on a sponsor exemption this week and got into the field when Kamayu Johnson withdrew yesterday. So, Willie, if we could just get an opening comment from you, how does it feel to be teeing it up this week at Torrey Pines?
It feels exciting. Starting off my week playing a practice round with Ricky Fowler and Gary Woodland yesterday on the North Course. I can't start my week any better.
And if you could just walk us through a little bit of your backstory from Michigan, originally moved to Florida to play on the mini tours, made a handful of starts on the Corn Ferry Tour, PGA Tour, Latino America. If you could just walk us through that portion of your golf career.
I started playing golf around 6 and just started playing with my dad because of Tiger Woods, and kind of went to college, played at Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach, and then kind of transferred over into my professional career. And it kind of started out a little shaky. First couple of years, living in my car for about a year and a half, just struggling, traveling around, trying to make ends meet, and we're here today.
All right, and then lastly for me, before we open it up to some media that we have on the line with us, you were recently named the recipient of the Charlie Sifford Memorial Exemption at the Genesis Invitational here in a few weeks from tournament host Tiger Woods. What did that exemption mean to you as you start to play on the PGA Tour a little bit more here?
Yeah, it's amazing. Getting that call from the Tiger Woods Foundation, it was a dream come true. After I got off the phone, I called my dad, and he started crying. So kind of made me tear up. But I'm excited to get going, not only this week, but at the Genesis also.
Great, and with that, we will open it up to media that we have on the line. If you guys have a question, please go ahead and type your name into the chat window, and I will call on you as they come in. So we'll just give it a second for those questions to come in. We will start with Rex Hoggard of Golf Channel. Go ahead, Rex.
Hey, Willie, I was just curious if we can get your thoughts. I mean, I know you're happy to be in the field, but it is under some very difficult circumstances with Johnson coming down with COVID-19.
I know it was a dream come true for both of us to get our first 2 starts the next 4 weeks, and it's just an unfortunate situation. I'm friends with Kamayu, so I talk to him all the time, and I know he was so excited to play this week, and I was cheering him on. But I'm just going to go out there this week and not only play for me, but also play for him.
And sort of beyond that, what has been the highlight? Is it playing with Ricky and GW, or do you think that's to come?
I think just to come. I met Ricky last year. We did a clinic here with the kids on the range, so I kind of met him last year, and it's just an amazing opportunity to get out here for my first PGA Tour event and get the week started.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Next, we will go to Todd Leonard of Golf Digest. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Will, I was wondering, so those years that you're traveling around, like sleeping in your car, can you tell us a little bit more about how rough that was to try to do that and play golf, and kind of what kept you going while you were going through that?
Yes, it's always a struggle. Kind of starting out having no sponsors. I think it was 2011 was the last year you could go right to the PGA Tour. It started out pretty good that first year. I won the money list on the Florida Pro Tour. I made the second stage. I think I missed finals by 2 strokes. So I kind of got into a little groove of maybe this is easy. And then the next 2 or 3 years after that, it was a struggle. I left home that summer, and I told my dad I was going to go to Florida. I had no money. So it just turned into a hassle and a struggle, but I just kept fighting, and I'm here today.
Why did you keep fighting?
I just never quit. My parents always taught me if you start something, you finish it, and I just always had that mindset, and that mindset will always stick with me.
Do you have a sponsorship relationship similar to Kamayu with Farmers?
Oh yeah, we're both sponsored by Farmers Insurance. The CEO of Farmers Insurance, Jeff Daly, he's done everything for me and Kamayu. He changed both of our lives for our career, and what he's done for the diversity of the game, putting me and Kamayu on board it's been amazing. And hopefully some bigger companies and CEOs try to follow suit and do the same.
I was also wondering, I mean, how were you going to, what was this week going to be like for you? Were you going to play at the event at the Crossings on the APCA? And kind of how were you looking at your preparation because of the sponsors exemption you have for Riviera? So how were you looking at, does this all come as a little bit of a shock in some ways too?
Yeah, it was surprising. Learning the circumstances of Kamayu kind of at the last minute. I played the Crossings last year. I actually won that tournament. But I was just getting ready for the Pro-Am today, and then we're playing at the Crossings on Thursday, and then having the APGA Tour on Saturday at the North Course. That was my preparation, but you just got to stay ready. You never know when the opportunity comes up, and it came up this week, and I'm ready to get it going.
Thank you.
Ron Green Jr., Global Golf Post. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, Willie, just wondering what your expectations are for this week and what you think your greatest strength or advantage will be.
I'm trying to win, like just like everybody else. That's every tournament I go to, and I feel like everybody else that's teeing up this week feels the same. And I think my greatest part of my game, or what's good this week, is I have 2 starts and 2 PGA Tour events in the next 4 weeks, and I'm just going to go out there and have fun and see what happens.
If I'm not mistaken, weren't you here last year? We met with you in the media center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just take what it was like to be in the position where you were last year and now to be playing this year.
Right. Just starting off in the media center with Jeff Daly, and there was a couple of reporters there, and that's kind of how the Farmers situation came about, and for me and Kamayu. And it's a little different this year. I'm doing a lot more interviews and things like that, but I'm excited for everything, and it's going to be a good week.
All right, Willie, I believe those are all the questions we have. We'll give it a couple more seconds here. If anybody else has a question, you can go ahead and type that in the chat. All right, I think we got one more from Todd. Go ahead, Todd.
Hey, Kamayu, I'm sorry, Willie. How did you play on the North a year ago on Saturday? And what are your thoughts about how your game suits Torrey Pines?
Last year it was a lot different. I think we played the first 9 holes in fog. We honestly couldn't see off the tee boxes. We never played the course, so it's a lot different this year. Teeing up on the first hole, I could at least see the green, so it was a big difference. But the rough last year I felt like was a lot stickier and thicker. Playing it yesterday wasn't as bad, but I still know it's going to be a good test.
And Willie, how would you compare like a PGA Tour course to what you guys have played on the past in APCA and other events? I mean, I know there have been times when it's been hard for the APCA to get on like quality golf courses.
Yeah, just the basic little chips around the greens, having flat tee boxes. I wouldn't say it's easier, but it makes just a normal shot a lot easier. Playing on greens and that are bumpy, aeration holes, it's tough. But playing plush fairways and greens and having thick rough is exciting to play on, and it's a great test.
You talk about aeration holes. Haven't you guys run into that in the past where you've literally played golf courses that have just been punched or whatever for your events?
Yeah, we actually played at one of the tournaments last year. It was, I guess they didn't tell the tour that they were aerating a week before or a couple days, so it was just like chipping, like I said, just basic little chips, making those 2-footers. Those become difficult when you have 8 holes in the way. But like I said, I'm just excited to get out here this week and play on some great greens.
Thanks, Willie.
All right, Willie, we will wrap it up there. We appreciate your time and best of luck this week.
Thanks.